Heard you needed a last minute pie dough recipe. Don't worry, I just found out I was making pie too. Starting with all of our measured ingredients, 250 grams of flour, 5 grams of salt, and 13 grams of sugar. Mix it up with a little knife just to make sure all the sugar and salt are incorporated into the flour. And then right here we have chopped, very smallly chopped butter and shortening, and you want to make sure it's in these little cube like shapes because that's how you coat the flour better. Then we have 75 grams of water. This is where me going to culinary school comes in handy for family gatherings. Get your bowl, dump your flour in. Please wash your hands before you do any of this. We're gonna add in our butter and shortening. You're literally gonna coat every single one of these little pieces in flour. Like, just make sure every single piece is coated. It is better if you don't add in all of the shortening and butter all at once, so you can better coat every single piece. You're literally just gonna make sure every single piece is coated thoroughly. Once they're coated pretty good, you're gonna start kind of smashing them so you can get the flour more incorporated into the butter and into the shortening. Smashing the pieces a little bit, and then recoating with flour. It would also be a lot easier if you had like a food processor. I don't, so I'm doing it all by hand. A food processor, you literally just put it all in there and it like kind of does it for you. You are coating these pieces, you don't want to form it into a ball yet. Like, don't just like scrunch it all together. Like, you want to just make sure all the pieces are getting coated, not forming it into a shape. Look something like this. See how there's still kind of some big chunks in there? You don't want it all to look crumbly because you want to have some of that butter in chunks when you roll out your dough. I'm gonna form like a little well in the middle here, kind of like that. And then we're gonna dump in our water. I don't like to do all of it at once, but you can if you want to. We're just gonna literally start folding it all in. This is the fun part. Also, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Like, it's gonna be messy. So you're literally just gonna start folding it all together and it'll come together like pie dough. So highly recommend not having your nails done for this. If it's looking too dry, just add a tiny bit more water. And if it's too wet, just add a tiny bit more flour. Do not overdo it though. Use the measurements I gave you. You shouldn't have to do either one of those things. We've got our pie dough. Okay, there, we've got our pie dough. I'm gonna put it in the fridge to let it cool for a second. I don't want it to be super, super warm when you roll it out or it's just gonna flake apart. Once your pie dough has been in the fridge for a bit, lightly or generously coat your surface with flour. We're gonna grab it out. Also kind of coat your hands with it too. You see this like texture? You don't want it to be too cold or too hot. Also, the more you touch it with your hands, the more the butter melts and it gets like softer faster. You're just gonna roll it out like normal pie dough. Making a big one, then I would care more about the shape that you're rolling it out as, but I'm actually doing mini ones. So, and see, I need more flour under there because it's kind of sticking to the counter. See how there's those little chunks of butter? That's what we want it to look like. And that is how you make pâte brisée, or as we Americans like to call it,